I had teams calling, but I was just weighing out my options. Obviously, you guys know I have a pretty much a great relationship with VJ, and when the time came, I just felt like I was gonna go out there and go with the guy that I knew best.
Hey, Dre, it's Josh Weinfuss with ESPN. A little bit more on Vance. How much of his offense is kind of the same from what you played in Cincy, and just how closely of a relationship do you guys have?
It's kind of similar. He was never my coordinator, just position coach. And it's kind of take me back to the Poly days when I first got there, of how they play. It kind of switched up as my career got older in Cincinnati. But, VJ, he's always been a mentor to me on and off the field. Even when he left, I was still communicating with him, sending him texts, just reaching out on personal things.
Hey, Dre, good to meet you. Catherine Fitzgerald with The Republic. Vance was also saying, obviously he's tweaked some things on his defense since y'all have been together, but you've obviously grown too in the way you approach the game and everything. Where do you feel the biggest change in your game has been since you were with him?
Just the little techniques, just slowing down, not having to really cover every route, just being able to play with my safeties and, having a lot of inside help. That just was a change up for me because, obviously come from Cincinnati, we get isolated a lot at the corner position and kind of have to play pretty much every route.
Next up, Kevin Zimmerman, Kyle Odegaard, Howard Balzer.
Hey, Dre, Kevin from Arizona Sports. Nice to meet you, man. Just wondering, last year, obviously you were hurt. How did that go for you as far as just dealing with that since you've been pretty consistently playing most of your career, and then just how that went into this offseason?
Oh, it was very tough, just going out there, trying to rehab, trying to get back, seeing my guys out there fighting every down and every play, trying to get a win. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get back in time. Coach threw me on IR for the rest of the season, and, that was just something that I had to deal with. But just going through the process of training, rehab, and just trying to get back, I felt like it actually helped my body, gave me longer time to rest my body, get my knee back 100%.
Alfred's injury opened up an opportunity at that number 2 corner. How enticing was that when you signed? And do you feel like you've come along enough where you could be in that mix for the opening game where you can get some playing time?
Yeah. Like I said, man, I'm just here to play. I'm here to compete. Whatever coach want to do, whatever the game plan is, if I fit it, they'll be the ones to make that decision. But come game one, I will be ready.
Hi, Dre. Howard Balzer from SI.com. Along those lines, how tough is it to come in to camp at that late date, even though, of course, everyone started a little bit late, but to come in at that late date and try to hit the ground running, how tough is that?
It's very tough, but for me, I'm one of those guys that, I catch on pretty fast. I learn schemes pretty fast. Like I said, it was kind of similar to my earlier career in Cincinnati. Just, the terminology may be a little bit different, but building a relationship with the safeties, the nickels, the opposite corners, that's just part of the game, part of the process. And it was a late start. So a lot of things has been, up and down, but for the most part, I feel like I'm catching on. I feel like communication has been there on and off the field with the new guys.
Next up, Darren Urban, Catherine Fitzgerald, Jess Root.
Hey, Dre, Darren Urban from azcardinals.com. I'm curious, did you have any kind of relationship with Patrick Peterson before you got here? And how important is it, if you are starting with him, to be on the same page as the guy who's all the way on the other side of the field most of the time?
I didn't have no relationship with him. I always follow his game. I always study his game, even in college. He went to LSU, obviously. So I watched his game over the years, man, and just, finally getting to meet him. He embraced me with open arms. He's always in my ear. He's always making sure I'm on point with my alignment, technique, Cause like I said, I'm coming from a totally different world, totally different place. So the technique things be a little bit different, but he's doing a great job of communicating that and making sure I'm on point.
Dre, what's it also been like getting to know the rest of the guys in the defense, like Chandler, Buddha? Did you know anyone on this team before you came over, and how's that been so far?
I knew Chandler. We got drafted together, so I kind of already kind of had an alliance and a relationship with him. Didn't know Buddha, but I like Buddha. I like Buddha a lot. I haven't had a Pro Bowl safety since Reggie Nelson, so that just shows me, this team is definitely headed in the right direction, and I just love the way he get off the field. He go hash to hash.
This is Jess Root from cardswire.com. Dre, this is Coach Joseph said something to the effect that he was excited that you're excited to kind of get your name back. You feel you have something to prove this year after missing the time last year?
Only to myself. I feel like, I have a lot to prove to myself, my son, because I feel like I am his mentor. I am a person that he look up to, and we talk a lot of ball. I'm only 30, but my son is 14 years old, so I have a fairly older son. So the relationship with me and him is none another. So just being able to get back out here on the field, having a long talk with him of being disciplined and life lessons. I have to lead by example.
We'll wrap it up with the last two, Howard Balzer, Mark McClune.
Hey, you mentioned you think this team is headed in the right direction. I know you've only been there a short while, but what's your impression going against that defense? Obviously, with all the talent on that side of the ball. Offense, I mean.
Just the communication. Everybody's talking. Everybody's communicating. Everybody look like they having fun. It don't feel like a job. It actually just feel like guys just out there having fun, running around to the ball, making plays. Even when we don't make the best play, I see guys picking each other up, and that's something that I'm very pleased by.
Hey, Dre, welcome to town, man. Hey, just curious, is your son a football player, and could we see him playing high school football out here in Arizona at any point in the next couple of years?
I don't think his mama going to let him come out to Arizona, but for the most part, he is a football player. He's a freshman in high school, second string running back. Hopefully we can get him later on in the year, first string, but, hopefully he just go out there and keep balling like he is. They 2-0 right now.
Yeah, year two, I'm definitely coming out here, and I want to win a job. I want to get on the field more, so definitely got a little bigger chip on my shoulder coming into this year.
Hey, Andy, good to see you. This team seems pretty supportive of each other in general, but it feels like guys are particularly hype when you make a big play or something like that. Do you feel that, and why do you think that is?
I think I get along really well with all the guys in the locker room, and I think it's I don't know. We're having fun out there, so it's cool to see them all hyped up when we're making plays.
Andy, David Rice said you're more confident and more comfortable this year. When do you think it clicked for you?
Well, I was like, I got to compete. This could be it. You never know. I've kind of been in a scene, seen what it's going to take. So just going out there and just playing hard every day.
Okay, we'll go to the next three: Jess Root, Doug Holler, and Darren Urban.
Andy, Jess Root from cardswire.com. Cliff said that they were hard on you last year. What was probably the hardest thing for you to deal with your rookie season?
I think it wasn't even anything. It was myself and beating myself up. I think this year, I'll take the coaching, but I'm not going to let it get in my head. And maybe I was thinking too much last year. And now it's just like I'm gonna go out there and play. I know I could play at this level, and I know I'm gonna win when I get lined up and wherever I line up.
Andy, just your position coach not too long ago said that you were a little bit too mechanical last year. Along the lines of the last question, what specific areas do you feel a little bit more comfortable in this offense?
Everywhere. I know the offense up and down, so I'm not thinking anymore. I'm just going out there and playing. I'm not worrying about if I make a mistake. If I make a mistake, we'll correct it when the time comes.
Coach Ryan was also talking about your ability to get off press coverage now, and you've done such a great job with that. Was that a little bit eye-opening getting to this league and dealing with the press coverage that maybe you didn't see in college?
I mean, I think I just need to be a little. So it took a little bit more patience and being more patient, but I don't think I ever really struggled with it. So I think I've just gotten better as this year has come along.
Okay, next will be Catherine Fitzgerald and Howard Balzer.
Andy, outside of football, how were the last few months for you? Did you pick up any new fun hobbies during quarantining or do anything like that?
Not really. I was just working every day, trying to get better, doing what I needed to work on, and every day I'll wake up with a plan to get better, and that's what I did this whole off season.
Mentioned Andy knowing the offense up and down. It's often said that the biggest jump for players is from year one to year two. But with the way the offseason was, not getting on the field, late start to training camp, really, how did that make it hard for you, or were you confident throughout it?
I mean, it's kind of tough without the preseason games, especially for the younger guys. That gives us an opportunity. But I mean, I looked at it like, well, I'm just going to show up every day at practice and do when the ball comes my way and make plays, and that's what I've done this camp. And the coaches have taken notice, and that's all. I'm doing what I can do.
Okay, we'll wrap up with the final three: Kevin Zimmerman, Darren Urban, and Catherine Fitzgerald.
Hey, Andy, Kevin from ArizonaSports.com. Hope you're doing good. Just wondering, last year, obviously, you're moving inside and outside. Do you have a preference or expect to be more in one spot this year? And then second question is just, was there anything behind the number change, or is it just a number change?
It was just first. I'll answer that one first. It was just a number change. Nothing really. I got tired of 89, so I was like, let's switch it up to 17. And then what was the other one?
Oh, just moving around positions. Do you feel like you're just going to be more a slot guy this year, or are you going to move around? What are your expectations there?
Wherever they're gonna put me is where I'm comfortable with. They're playing me more in the slot right now, so that looks like where it's going to be at.
I'm just wondering overall with this team and being around all these guys, the fact that you guys didn't do anything in the off season and not having a preseason, is there any more excitement to get to the season and to play some real games than you feel like there was maybe last year?
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost like a college. I was talking to one of the guys. It's like a college season where there's no preseason games or anything. You're kind of just waiting for that first game, and you're itching to get out there and play someone besides your teammates. So I think guys are definitely ready to play someone other than ourselves.
Andy, what's it been like getting to know DeAndre Hopkins so far, both as a football player and as a person?
It's pretty special having him and Fitzgerald in the room, and two guys that are probably going to be Hall of Famers, and just getting to watch him day in and day out and learn from him and see how just how good of a receiver he is. So it's been fun having both of them and him in the room.